How's it going, everyone? It is Liam Catterson here with episode number 3 of season 4 for Stranger Things. As things kind of progressed in the last episode in regards to finding out about Vecna and, of course, the fallout of Chrissy's death, with Eddie hiding in fear, really, based on what he saw. And, yeah, like I said, we are moving along pieces for this season. It's not just, of course, Vecna, Hopper, of course. We saw how he ended up in Russia, and not just that, though, but Joyce and Murray, of course, are trying to make headway in regard to contacting Hopper again. A few roadblocks, I guess, with Enzo, but we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, not just that, though. Elle had quite the episode last time around, as, of course, Angela, who is a complete asshole, yeah, she and her cronies decided to humiliate her, and in response, 11 pelted her with the skate boots. So yeah, it will be very, very interesting to see how, of course, that follows up, given the, I guess, shocked reception everyone gave. But I mean, after what Angela and co did, talk shit, get fucked, or get smacked, basically. So yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm still like I said, not a violent guy. But Angela, yeah, what else was she expecting? So, I have no sympathy for her. None. Fuck her. Anyways, let's get into episode number 3 of Stranger Things Season 4. Let's go. Are you getting abducted? Quite the entrance you want to make.
Hands. And I also understand that military strength is not the answer.
So what is the answer, Doctor? More scientists? Because it's men of science, men like you, who created this problem in the first place. Everything that has happened in Hawkins can be traced back to Brenner's little pet. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh dearie. Oh no.
Rinkomania?
Great performance! I'm sorry. I just despise her. I have no sympathy.
Well! Aren't you out of sight for sore eyes, huh?
Hi, Murray.
Kids like risotto?
Jonathan.
Yeah.
So
Jonathan's obviously out of his mind.
I'm looking for a...
So, Jonathan, this means you're gonna have to, take charge while I'm gone.
Is he in the right capacity to take charge?
What's going on?
Your mom's going to Alaska.
You're going to Alaska?
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan can't even look after himself at the minute. Why are we putting him in charge?
Jonathan.
Relax. And we're not killers like Eddie. And we just want to talk to him. Get him to admit his crime.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
Hey.
I just want to kill him.
You didn't know Chris. If you're not up to this, you can go home.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. I mean, it was so crazy.
It's all very
it happened so
complex.
fast, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't matter. I care for you so much.
Care. But you don't love me anymore.
Who
said that I didn't? You never say it.
I say it. And you're a superhero.
Not anymore.
Ewoks! Oh, this show!
$10.
Sorry, but,
Yeah.
I do feel so bad for Elle. Mike, I think, needs to be a bit more...
Hi, is Jane Hopper live here? You Jane Hopper?
Are you shitting me? The twat deserved it! I'm hating Angela even further.
you found? Are you sure you can trust him? His name is Yuri Ismailov. He's a smuggler. Supplies
At
American
least
goods to
Enzo's
several
helping,
parts here,
but
including the unlucky occasions. Cigarettes,
could do it from the goodness of your
playboys.
heart.
The best America has to offer.
Right, so he's a criminal.
Of course. Who else do you want to do this job? Gandhi?
Haha.
Freaky wizard monster. I would mention it to someone.
Maybe they did.
Counselor.
Leaving Miss Kelly's office. If you saw a monster, you wouldn't go to the police. They'd never believe you.
No.
But you might go to your shrink.
I keep seeing things, etc.
Doc?
Shut up.
Where we go? Let's go,
Get
okay?
in the car. Wipe your feet. On the outside, not the inside.
I love these two.
Always the goddamn babysitter.
And we love you.
I slipped. An accident.
Oh. This kid's next.
Your nose is bleeding, dude. God, gross.
Well. What do we
Oh no.
It's gonna be hard to play those drums with a broken hand.
What a dickhead. What a douche.
What?
Preston Henderson. Maybe he was calling around looking for Andy. Maybe he found him. Maybe he found him.
See? It wasn't so hard, was it?
What a prick.
You know the girl you hit? She got a grade 2 concussion. Did you know that?
No.
She
Shame.
doesn't seem that upset about it, does she?
No, she doesn't.
I'm sure a bunch of other people don't seem upset.
Be transferred to juvenile hall.
What? Jail. You're gonna put her in jail.
A detention hall for juveniles.
That's jail. Hey,
That's
look.
jail
Is
still.
there any chance we can just see her?
Are you a parent or guardian?
Don't put, you know, ketchup on bread and call it jam.
That's not enough. You have to be.
Bold! Fucking bold, Hop. Fucking bold.
Did I come off mean or condescending or something? No. Right. Sorry. It's just you seem annoyed. You don't know me very well. I don't really have a filter.
Why am I Robert?
So if I say something that upsets you, just know that I know that it's a flaw. Believe me, my mother reminds me daily. Got it.
All right, ladies. Here you go.
Have fun.
I'm Robin.
Yep.
Her eyes sucked out of the front of her skull by this Vecna creep?
You're like bright red in the face right now.
No, I'm not. I don't want to talk about it. I'll punch you so hard in your face that your teeth will fall back out.
Oh.
Oh.
Not cool. Sorry.
But they're such bros and I love it.
About you, right?
If I were dead and it would help catch the killer, then yeah, I most definitely would.
Well, let's leave that up to the police, shall we?
To try and battle Max.
You're right. The police totally have this under control.
Yeah, they totally do.
Sure. Up the stairs to the left.
Sinclair.
This is where he has to pick a side
Lucas.
and pick the right side.
I was looking for clues.
Clues? What, freshmen think he's Sherlock Holmes or something?
Yeah, that was a real zinger, wasn't it? It's not gonna be that simple, sadly, Jane. Shit.
Hey, kiddo.
Hey, you're free-ish once you can. Nah, this is not what I'm wanting to see.
Bigfoot, I'm still on the fence about, but may I remind you that we are looking for information on dark wizards? If someone's gonna write about that, it's gonna be these weirdos.
It's a lead, something that you know, not many people will just dismiss.
Elvis, cloned by aliens. You never know.
You never know.
And it just didn't go public because
The plea bargain, the records were sealed.
what if a demon did invade Victor's home? It's just this demon wasn't any old demon.
It was Vecna.
Bingo!
Copy?
Get it, Robert! 10 points to her!
I saw something. Something I've been dreading for some time. I don't know how to say this other than just to say it. Hawkins is in danger.
And this is how Al gets roped in here. Watch out, Vec.
This evil before, and you've won. Colors. What if I told you there was a way? A way to bring them back.
Shit!
But bring them back stronger than before. There are others who don't believe in you, who think you are the cause. I believe they're wrong.
Oh, of course.
You're the cure. And that's why if we're really gonna do this, I'm gonna ask that you leave with me now. But if you do, you will risk everything.
Yeah.
Risk everyone.
You know the superhero shit that...
I know something's wrong.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait a second.
What is it?
Max has a target on her...
They're not the only
Fuck!
ones in danger. It's life as we know it. This is why I'm here. Life being told what to do by people like me. I know that. So you say the word and I will take you right back home. Or
He's giving her that choice, and I like that.
find out for yourself.
Here we go. 11's coming back, everyone. But it's all about that superhero gig, isn't it? Shit, Max! No! Fuck. Stay away from the clock, okay? Oh. I keep cutting out at the wrong time. Sorry about that. Oh. You know, there is something very, very sinister with the, you know, ticking of the, Vecna's ticking of the clock. I'm just hoping that, I mean, I'm sure Max is going to find some way, like, around Vecna's, how he takes his victims. Just to put, I mean, we're coming to, like, I guess the halfway point of this volume. Surely there's got to be a way to piss off Vecna. So, but I really, really liked how this, like with Elle, it's a real Spider-Man story, really, because you got to think about when Spider-Man lost his powers and it became Spider-Man no more. He gets his powers back, and it's the same case with Elle. And I'm just thinking back to when Mike said about the fact that she's a superhero. This is her chance. And the thing is, she was given a fair option. She wasn't dragged or whatever. And it could have been a lot worse with the fact that the police apprehended her. So, and they said, oh, we could, you know, make sure that your issue with Angela go under the rug. Not just that, though, but we can give you this choice. But... you know, it's a case of help me, 11. Your only hope, really. So, yeah, it's definitely ramping up in regards to Vecna, Max now being affected, 11 on her way to getting her abilities back. Not just that, though, but stronger as well, which not only is going to be very, very beneficial in terms of stopping Vecna, but also for the final season, I'm imagining. Yeah, I'm praying nothing bad happens to Max. because obviously we know that once Vecna reaches you, it's pretty much game over. Although that other kid with that we saw that got affected earlier in the episode, he hasn't really met his fate yet. Although he did have a bit of a nosebleed, obviously. So yeah, but apart from that, I mean, Vecna might still come for him. So yeah, Max, I'm hoping he just leaves well enough alone. Because we're not losing Max. We are not losing Max. Yeah. Now, I do want to say something. Now, obviously, the 50s were mentioned, and Victor made a mention of the demon, aka Vecna. So, you know, the timelines might be a bit muddled up here, but I'm just suspecting in regards to the fact that there are certain abilities that Vecna possesses, and making people's nose bleed is one of them. And I'm just thinking back to the first scene in season 4, and I am wondering if there is a connection in regards to what if Vecna's one of the original numbered, and what if I don't know if this could imply that Vecna was kept locked up behind one of the numbered doors, or if he somehow escaped when this, I guess, project initially ran. I don't know. I'm just putting a bit of a theory out there that Vecna could be one of the original numbered. So, I don't know. Maybe there was a secret thing that went on, something went awry, and that led to Vecna potentially going to the Upside Down. And I'm just... Now, this is going to be stretching. I'm just wondering if he was the original 11 or something like that. No. It's a bit of a theory in my mind at the minute that Vecna could be one of the numbered when they originally did this, potentially, and something went wrong, and yeah. So maybe something similar to what 11 did in the flashbacks. So well, what we saw in episode 1 of this season. But no, I feel like this has just become a bit more tenser in regards to things going on now that Max has been called out by Vecna. And the thing is, with I have a feeling she is going to be safe, not just because of, you know, plot reasons, but because now she has an idea of what Vecna is. Freddy, Chrissy, they had no idea what this was entailing. So nobody does, really, apart from those who are actively researching about Vecna, about what's been happening, etc. So there is that advantage that Max does have. But we'll just have to wait and see what does happen. But it does seem like Vecna does prey on the mentality of someone that has been suffering. Like there was the same symptoms for Chrissy, for Freddy, for Max, in regards to what they've been dealing with. And it is very, very interesting that the mentality of, like we saw Vecna go through this void thing with a lot of people that he was plucking out. Ooh, which one do I torment? And there were quite a few people who were showing signs of showing signs of trauma, of all of that. So it does seem like there is that link of Vecna and trauma to the mental trauma, people going through a very, very difficult time. Of course, that might vary, and we know that Max has been going through a difficult time in regards to reliving the nightmare of what happened to her brother and just everything else. She's been shutting herself off. So, it does make a hunk of sense that Max would be a candidate because of what she's been going through. So, But it was just very, very interesting to go into this episode, especially with Elle. Obviously, we saw her getting arrested because Angela, fuck her. I hate her. I despise her. She is the boil of humanity's ass, basically. Yeah. But we saw her getting arrested, and it was getting very, very infuriating with Elle getting questioned about, oh, did you want to kill her? Like, I don't think she wanted to kill her, although then she said, I don't know. But I don't, like, obviously we don't want Elle to kill Angela, and we don't wish death upon her, but you know, none of us are going to lose sleep if shit was literally poured on her. Because she didn't mind traumatizing, abusing Elle, and she is someone who is in needing of having a taste of your own medicine. So she is such a pretentious prick, as well as her cronies. So yeah. And yeah, like I said, I don't think Elle inside, I don't know, I don't think she wanted to, but it didn't help that what she did to Angela, she is traumatized with what we saw her do in episode 1's flashback. So it is a case of an extra layer of sorrow for Elle, because not only do you feel so bad for her about being bullied and humiliated by Angela and her fuckwads, but it is a case of deja vu of what happened back in the lab. Even Mike's comments were echoing Brenner's, and it was breaking her further apart. I mean, she was already pretty broken up about the fact that Fuckface decided to humiliate her, so this is adding insult to injury. I guess you could say quite ironically, given the fact of Angela's injuries. So yeah, but I really, really liked how Dr. Owens not just came to the rescue in order of, I guess, saving Elle's future, really, but also he came at such grace. And you know what? I feel like something bad's going to happen to Dr. Owens. That's my 2 cents, because he is one of the good ones. Dr. Owens, pretty neat. Because he was comforting Elle, and decided to take her, he decided to be, he decided to save her, really. And not just that, though, he knows what's at stake. He knows that everyone at Hawkins is in tremendous danger with Vecna, and now we're knowing how, I guess, Elle is getting intertwined into the whole Vecna situation. Not just that, though, but in terms of her getting her abilities back, and then some as well, because he did say, you're not only going to get your abilities back, but you're going to be stronger as well. So and I feel like with Dr. Owens, and how he's been convincing Elle about going with him in order to take to have her abilities back. I feel like it plays on really, really well with the whole superhero talk that Mike offered to Elle. Obviously, I want Mike to be a bit more open, because that was a case that I spoke about in the last episode when Will was feeling a bit frustrated, and but we saw how Elle was feeling a bit lonely in regards to Mike, and how he never says I love you, etc. So and that created worry for Elle. So I do like how with Dr. Owen talking about, hey, we can give you back your powers, it does play on well with Mike's talk about how you are a superhero, and Elle dismissed it because she doesn't have her abilities anymore, but now she does. And not just that though, but Dr. Owens is so convinced that she is the only hope that Hawkins has, and I really, really do like the comforting nature that he does present. Like, it's none of that kidnapping shit, and you know, I feel like Dr. Owens has his bases covered, but just for, you know, precaution, I hope the process isn't painful for Elle in terms of getting her abilities back. They might sting a little bit, but like I said, I think with Dr. Owens, he's coming at such grace in regards to Elle. Hey, and he even gave her that choice at the end of the day, but he does desperately need Elle, and he is sure that the world desperately needs her. So, and you know, as a hero, you make these calls, and I think Elle made the right call, really. So, yeah. So that was pretty good stuff. Also, Lucas as well. I'm glad that he's decided that with his new bunch of friends that they're not worth his time, that he would rather be like, popularity isn't everything, and obviously he was worried about being teased with the people he was hanging out with and played it safe, but you could see through these past couple of episodes how there is that emptiness for Lucas because of the people he is hanging around with, contrary to who he used to hang around with. Deep inside, he still wants to hang around with Mike, Dustin, etc., but is worried about his reputation. But he is now starting to realize, am I happy being with people who are very, very self-centered and are not really, really nice people? I mean, you saw the leader of his group, I don't know his name, but he's a complete dick. I mean, he's replacing Billy for being the absolute knob of the season. So, yeah, but he saw how abusive and how aggressive they were, and not worth it. So I'm glad that Lucas is pulling through and decided that being with his old friends is more worth it than being with these douchebags. So yeah. I really, really loved Robin and Nancy's connection. You could tell that Nancy was a bit done with her, but I really, really love Robin. Like, there was something Robin said in the last episode that I was like, yeah, that's an absolute mood. I can't remember what it was, but I think I'm including it in my YouTube reaction. So, yeah. But you know, she was saying something at the desk at the library, and I'm just like, why am I Robin? Why the hell am I Robin? I'm not complaining because I love Robin's energy so much. She is a delight. But it is just very, very scary seeing certain traits of Robin, and I'm just here gobsmacked, like, hey, this is me. Is this play about us? Is this fucking play about us? So yeah, I really, really thought that was that interaction. I hope we get to see more of Robin and Nancy potentially, especially if it means we're going to get a lot more Steve and Dustin, because that scene in the car was pretty great, and you know, you just love Dustin and Steve so much. But no, I do hope we get to see a bit more of Robin and Nancy, even if she's like done with her shit. You just love Robin's energy. She is a delight. So yeah. But not only that though, she was very, very instrumental in figuring out what was going on with Victor, of course, because of the reports about him being potentially tied to what's been happening with Freddy, with Chrissy. But yeah, Victor was so convinced about a demon. So yeah, and obviously put two and two together, Vecna. So he's seen Vecna, and like I said, going back to the 50s, obviously, with my theory, that you know, timeline wise might not make a lot of sense, but I feel like there might be a connection that Vecna was originally someone who was a part of the whole experimentation thing. Like I said, it's a theory. I could be wrong. I could be right. Either way, I'm just stating my thoughts. So there's no harm there, I guess. So yeah. And we caught up with Hopper, because I think Enzo, his name was. Yeah, he... I wouldn't say played it nice, because he, said to Hopper, so yeah, Joyce is coming, and you could be a free guy. I'll get my money. Whatever happens after that, I'm not responsible, really. If you're escaping, fine. If you don't, fine. Either way, I'm getting my money, so I'm a rich man. I'm happy either way. There is that. Not exactly happy days, but it's something. Although I couldn't look, I had to close my eyes at certain moments when we had Hopper injuring himself, and it's weird because we've seen Freddy, we've seen Chrissy, their body it contorted, and seeing their corpses was just very, very nightmare fuelish. But the foot situation, I don't know. I think it's because it's a more humane thing, if that makes sense. Like, obviously Vecna's not real, at least I hope not. But I don't know, there's something a bit more human nature, I guess, about what Hopper went through in this episode, and it's just like, no thank you. So yeah, I don't know why, but it is what it is. So yeah, I am that was not good. That was definitely not good for me, with him trying to get the thing around his ankle. It was like, ah. So yeah, as well as the whole like, you saw Hopper's face, and it was just like, oh buddy, you have to take some bumps, I guess. Yeah, no, but it was just a very, very interesting episode where, like I said, things were pushed along further. Personally, Max now realizing that her own situation was leveling with Fred and Chrissy's, and that was a really, really good moment. It was an oh shit moment, and then your mind was like, no, she's not going to become another victim for Vecna. But like I said, hopefully with this situation in play, there could be a bit of a kick in the gut for Vecna, especially since we're heading to the midway point. Vecna's got to take a loss at some point, so, and this might get him a bit agitated because, hey, no one's supposed to resist me, so, because the alternative is Max dying, and I'm not having any of that, so... Yeah, no. No, I thought this was pretty neat stuff, this episode, and I'm excited for Elle getting her powers back. She's going to come back stronger, and it's looking pretty good so far. I am enjoying this season so far, so it's been pretty good stuff, and obviously I feel like the next 4 episodes will be will just set the bar higher and higher, and then obviously episode 8 and episode 9 are going to be intense, especially episode 9 being 2.5 hours. Holy shit. So yeah, until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!